This is Jefferson Close-Up. I'm Carol Celine. My guest today is Dr. Stav Tjoumakaris. Well, I was surprised to learn that you were born in Greece because when I talked to you a bit earlier, you didn't have any accent, and yet you didn't come to the United States until you were in high school. What brought you here?
Thank you for that. I actually came here to study medicine. I followed my father's footsteps. He's a radiologist, and he also came here to study medicine back in the early 70s.
What was it like? Was it hard for a young girl to leave her home in high school and come live in America?
It was challenging in the beginning, certainly. I left the comforts of my home, and I have a lovely family and parents, and that was difficult. But I did have family that I came to here, and that was very helpful.
People who know you would probably describe you as smart, but what other adjectives do you think they'd use?
While growing up, people that know me would probably describe me as well-rounded. I was always very active in high school and participating in sports and having a lot of friends. Always enjoyed traveling. Lately they would probably say, my current friends will say that I'm dedicated and have a lot of perseverance with what I do.
Well, you've certainly persevered to get here. You also have a very unusual hobby. Tell us about that.
Yes, I'm a fountain pen collector, and that is indeed a very unusual hobby. I actually almost inherited the hobby from my father, who is also an avid collector. I'm up to close to 200 pens by now.
Now, I would imagine neurosurgery is a very demanding discipline and not one that tends to attract women. Is it hard to raise a family and be a mom and be a neurosurgeon at the same time?
It's very challenging, and at times it's really almost impossible, it feels like. But I do have a lot of help. I have a very lovely family, a very supportive husband, and my mother's actually very helpful in the process. I couldn't do it without him.
So what do you bring to your patients beyond your incredible skill and training?
Sure. Having the background of the dual training is very important because I offer a non-biased opinion to the patient as to what the best treatment modality is for their vascular pathology. In addition, when it comes to patient care, I like to get to know the patient very well, incorporate the family in the decision-making process, and tailor the patient's treatment modality based on each individual case.
Well, I can just imagine the patients are very comfortable with you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.